mystery font. And yesterday, I was in downtown, as I have been doing in Minneapolis, being a bard and sharing a new version of 6 the Feet of Separation while bringing along a criticism. I've made a sign that says, I criticize Donald Trump, and then leaves a slot for a Mad Lib of sorts, just to add in a criticism. And I've done 5 of them. And now, here is a bit of a moment from yesterday, walking around the North Loop, and an exchange with a couple of fans of Charlie Kirk who may or may not be folks who choose to not see some people as people, which that's scary. And here we are. Do we have sound? Let's see. Let's make sure we've got sound. All right, let's take a pause and find these technical difficulties, get this going. And leave a stone. I don't see a guardian on a tree. That's not what I call guardian. I'm body actual Trump. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's suit. You're a real card, your father's boot. It's not the thing you swear upon. Have a good day. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart wants. Have a good day. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's not your words and lies. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new process? God. Have a good day. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Just a public service announcement, so everyone in this area knows that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi and lied about it and is indoctrinating children after death. Watch out. Oh, there's a Nazi right there. I thought so. Be careful, because Charlie Kirk is with the KKK. Charlie Kirk is a Nazi, and that guy over there is a fan. He just said he likes a fucking Nazi. Watch out for fans of Charlie Kirk. He lied. He lied to everyone. He lied to the whole fucking world. Charlie Kirk was a Nazi. Have a great day. Be safe. And no tolerance for Nazis. Thanks. No tolerance for Nazis. Everybody have a great day. Great day, be safe.
And no tolerance for intolerance, no tolerance for Nazis. Just a public service announcement so everyone knows, Charlie Kirk lied to you. He was Ku Klux Klan, a Nazi white supremacist patriarchal terrorist, working to enslave everyone but white men and their plus one. Don't trust Nazis like Charlie Kirk. Trust love, always. I love you. The feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. Nazis, they will lie to you. They'll say Charlie Kirk was not KKK too. And what we knew was probably due. The great American wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just let it through. He didn't mean to cause a panic. He did not mean to cause a panic. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. 6 the feet of separation. Guard a tree and leave a stump. Don't pursue guardian. Guard a tree and leave a stump. And don't perceive a guardian. Guard a tree and leave a stump. I don't perceive a guardian. Guard a tree and leave a stump. That's not what I call guardian. Human body, actual trunk. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's son. You're a real card, your father's. Not the things that's what your heart wants. It's what it's what your heart not abandoned. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your becomes action. It's that your words just human is us. You do now, but lost. You're a real card. You're a real card. You're a real card. 6 of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Beautiful day. Now this place actually, to my knowledge, is owned by a Nazi. I think it's still owned by an actual self-avowed Nazi. He owned it for a while. But if we're going to say that anyone's not welcome, it should be people who hold and measure and wield intolerance. That's, minimizing harm. People who want to do harm shouldn't have free rein to do it. And have a good day. And really, if people are in the street doing horrific stuff, we don't enable them. We don't enable them to do that stuff. Hello. Pete Hegseth just took away any doubt, he says, and made a final call that the guys who massacred at Wounded Knee did an honorable good thing. So if people are angry that the Nazi Charlie Kirk left people a little relieved and they called it celebration, why the fuck? Oh, Charlie Kirk was a terrible person. I didn't celebrate his death. I said he was a terrible person.
It's just, it don't mean you sort of get killed.
That's true. No, you're right. We agree. He did not deserve to get killed. That was awful. The sad thing is that that's what he was trying to make happen to other people. People who are brown. People who aren't like him. So
I respect your opinion.
I respect your opinion too. I'll stand wherever I want, but you have a good day. And seriously, look into what he said. He said the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. He said rape doesn't exist. Well, but I'm just saying, like, you can look it up. He actually said rape doesn't exist. Who says that except for somebody who wants to empower rapists? Right, so you're a Nazi. Because he said that black women have less cognitive ability. That's shit that you say when you want to try to take away human rights. So good to meet you, Nazis. You should learn to try to see people as human rather than choosing to not see people as human.
We love you, man.
We love you too, just don't hate other people. Because if you do it in the street, it will stop. Because we'll stop you. Was that a salute? Nazis get punched! You wave a salute like that and people get fucking punched. That wasn't funny. That wasn't funny. So is Stephen Miller and so is Hitler. So is Stephen Miller, who's doing ethnic cleansing right now. Is that funny? Is all the people that he's rounding up people because they're brown. No due process. That means he's getting innocent people on purpose. And you're laughing? They're fucking screaming because he's separating families. And you laugh. Yeah, CK is for Charlie Kirk. Fucking Nazis in North. Fucking Nazis. There. Oh, here. This is where you are? Nazis are here! Watch out for these Nazi cock fucks! Everybody have a good day and make sure you understand Charlie Kirk was a Nazi. Trust love. Have a good day.
Yeah.
How's it going? Have a good day. Yep. Have a good day. Thanks, sir. Seems like they're kind of a lot of Nazis out. You know. Celebrating Charlie Kirk might look like honoring the shooter, saying, well, we're not going to take away the shooter's pension. Good day. Have a good day. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Excerpt just honored all the people who did that massacre as if they did a good job. That's celebration of murder. Oh man, at least not celebrated, at least taken out, right? Of office. Like, let him build his wall around himself.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Thanks for saying something. Thanks. GG. brick and wall builder said, I know what to do. I can use you. Just so everyone knows, as a public service announcement, Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, and he lied. It's just important that everyone hears Charlie Kirk was a Nazi. So you all know, Charlie Kirk was a dangerous, lying, cowardly Nazi Ku Klux cock. Be careful of the falsehood. It's not always pointy. Sometimes the mask looks like dad. Sometimes the mask looks like dad. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you. Thank you. Father's son. You're a real car, your father's son. You're a real car, your father's son. Not the thing you swear upon. It's what your heart wants. It's what your heart wants. Have a good day. It's what your heart will not abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's what your heart won't abandon. It's how your word becomes action. It's that your word's an honest one. How long must you menace us? Do you doubt the new Colossus? You're a real car. Feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. 6 feet of separation. Just as a public service announcement so everyone knows, Charlie Kirk was a Nazi. He lied about it, and it's good that everybody knows he was a Nazi. A man of dangerous, deadly, false ideology. Just so we all know, so we're all on the same page, Charlie Kirk was a Ku Klux cucking Nazi white terrorist. Y'all have a good day. Have a good day. And just letting everybody know, just so the lies are dispelled, Charlie Kirk was a Nazi. Don't be fooled. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate the lift. Have a good day. Have a good day. Cheers, thank you. Six feet of separation. 6 degrees of separation.
Walk united on the cross.
6 feet of Catholic home. Six defeat.
That was a bit of an excerpt from yesterday's walk around North Loop. And I just wanted to share that. It is bits of 6 feet of separation, not bits of sick, but it is good to know the extent to which there are some extremists around, people who want to spread some nasty shit, or have some nasty shit that they would like to offer to others. And it's just really good to be aware. There are people who think laughing about brown people and black people being ethnically cleansed, or about how somebody says there's no such thing as rape, or that black women are cognitively less intelligent, that when I mention those things that Charlie Kirk said to these gentlemen, they laugh. And they say, well, we have a difference of opinion. Well, yeah, move on. Yeah, take care now. We respect your opinion. And laugh, and laugh, and laugh. And if you know these men, I would check up on their mental hygiene and make sure that they're safe, because they don't seem safe. And loyal Americans fight Nazi terrorism. And that means helping one another, not enabling. So having a firm boundary and saying, you sound like you don't know that Charlie Kirk lied to people and used propriety to gain entrance where he used insidious scapegoating and picking at the scab of healing of America's crimes to say maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. Ha ha ha. These things aren't funny. And I allege no inherent ill will in these people, but this is concerning and terroristic behavior that people with privilege don't necessarily know they're delivering, thinking they're sitting on a white marshmallow cloud puff of couchness. And this party on this big marshmallow puffy couch is so great. But are you aware that the couches are on a big fucking tank with treads of knives? Are you aware that you laugh about comfort that you have that others lack, in part because you laugh? In part because you laugh. Do you know? I just hope that you know what you're getting yourself into when you need to say on camera, when you need to say when you know that someone is holding a camera, that makes you need to say that you are pro Charlie Kirk. Why is it important that you need to signal to the boys, even in the face of some horrific statements that he said, you say, I'm not educated on that, but I'm pro Charlie Kirk? You know, between us, you could have said, I'll look into that. That's some really serious shit. You know, we might think differently, but thanks for passing that along. But you say, I don't know about that. I'm telling you about it. You say you don't like the fact that you see some people, you say, celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. I don't really see much of that, actually, but let's say that that's happening and that that's not good to, or that that's not a laudable thing to celebrate someone's murder, assassination. Why do you laugh when I point out that 300 people were killed in the largest mass shooting in history, and that the secretary of, he wants to call it war, is celebrating them by awarding those murderers of this massive mass shooting in 1890 medals? Medals. I don't see any medals coming forth for the shooter, the alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk. So just try to unpack what it is that you find so funny about a white boy with power saying there's no such thing as rape. Ask yourself why it's funny that people are being disappeared and that there are death camps. Ask yourself why it's funny such that you, Jiminy Crinklecut, do a little salute. Why was that a thing? Why was that a thing? Where's Elon? Right there. Nazi fuck. little Nazi. Little Nazi fuck. Laughing. The pyramid of harm laughs. That's a Nazi. If those aren't Nazis, it's on them. You Sieg Heil in the street and you laugh. When I say people get beat up for that, you need to not do that shit. They laugh and they don't say no. They just need to make themselves scarce to escape the heat of sunlight and vision. Nazis. Ku Klux Klan, Proud Boy, 3%, or whatever the fuck they are. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. When a dumb little cuck boy thinks about how his pals with guns are going to tear into this little runt trying to talk to us. Oh yeah, haha. Oh yeah, haha. Sure. Oh yeah, you know. Just a difference of opinion. Yeah, the joy. The joy. The joy. The joy of Nazis enjoying unmasking in public together. This is in the North Loop in Minneapolis, Minnesota on 9/28, on September 28th, 2025. They felt comfortable unmasking as Nazis. So I ask you, Minneapolis, who are these fucks? And how do we encourage people like this to get therapy before therapy comes for them? For real. We're here at the Mystery Haunt in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And don't you know, it is safe if we make sure it's safe. It is safe if we say something when we see something. It is safe if when we feel unsafe, we find a way to articulate it or find help to do that. But let's figure out the real difference between enabling and help. Because people doing a Nazi salute in the street saying, ha ha ha, are in essence asking, right? This is cool, right? This okay? And the answer is no. No, it's not okay. It's absolutely not fucking okay. White supremacy, as it happens, is not okay. It's not okay at all. And it's helpful for anybody who has difficulty remembering that kind of thing. It's maybe just helpful to have, like a visual of why that's the case. And I'm going to have to track down the one I thought I had right here. But I think as white supremacists have co-opted the OK symbol, as it looks when the hand does it like a WP potentially for white power, they say, I say that that's maybe something to take back, or at least to note the theft of, that we have seen a theft that removes how we understand saying we're all right. Like, are you okay? We don't have a way to say that? That seems very strange and scary as fuck. Why would we not get a way to say, are you okay? Am I okay? And to co-opt that, that seems deeply insidious. And as we move into our days today, as we move into what today is, the 29th of September, let's keep in mind, we are, all of us, human beings. We all belong. Whoever you are, you belong. And if you have cancer, like the gentleman in the video in North Loop, if you have cancer, it's your responsibility to ask for help and to recognize you will not be enabled, and that asking for enabling is not acceptable. And you will be turned to therapy or turned away as a not see, as someone who chooses to not see humanity in every person. Cease fire, land back, pretend that love is sane today. Pretend love knows your name, and from a field love exclaims that name. Pretend the mindness made it this way, that the mindness all of us hold and play with is ourselves. We're playing with ourselves every day. It's not masturbation, though, it's manifestation. If we're bringing something good into being, it's love's election. And do not call yourself protection if you're not protecting what you say you're protecting from you, too. Incels like Tim Pool. Be careful and ask for help. It's okay to ask for help, but it's not okay to spread cancer. The Trump regime has abandoned the war on cancer and clearly have abandoned the war on Ku Klux Klan cancer. As insidious, maybe more so because it convinces the mind that the mind should be eaten by it and taken over, and that should spread. Tell all your friends. It's cancer, and you are the only one who can kill it without you being lost too. So ask for help to face the fears that you have that stop truth and reconciliation with your life's experience, that allows you to leave the Klan behind. You deserve freedom from the Klan, whether you are holding a whip or having it cracked on you. We can unpack and heal humanity of white supremacy and heal white people of that havoc as well. It's fun to be one human race. We should try it. I love you. And anyone who used to say all lives matter, I say prove it. And I ask, looking around now, do you still maintain that you say it's a truism and something you believe in? How many people like Nancy Mace and Tucker Carlson and Stephen Miller have said all lives matter in the past? Who wouldn't say it now? Like the interesting little shape where people who are saying that they're for Charlie Kirk from MAGA, when they hear what he actually said, terrible things that he actually said, clearly lynch-mobbing, divisive, terrorist things, they don't want to stand for it, because in public they realize what it sounds like it is. Likewise, they claim to know and love and be loved by and be championed with and to love and know Jesus Christ. But they don't want to hear Jesus' own admonition for humanity. They don't want to hear things actually attributed to Jesus or debunking about things that are not attributed to Jesus. Jesus never spoke about trans people or gay people. Jesus never spoke about abortion. Jesus did say, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. And now there are MAGA Nazis who say that Jesus is weak, or that that doesn't work anymore. What part of evermore doesn't work anymore? If you thought it was gift, why now is that grift? They can't stand for either Charlie Kirk or stand for Jesus Christ. Both people that they say they love and claim as their own. Both people whose words they run from because they realize that Charlie Kirk, when they hear his language spoken around mixed company, that is humanity, sounds like what it is: Nazi, Ku Klux Klan, lynch mobbing, hate speech. And that Jesus, if they allow what he said to be said and have to reckon with that, like have to accept what he said, as opposed to saying, oh, Charlie Kirk didn't say that, or Jesus didn't say that, so that's not what he meant. He didn't say that. They don't want to deal with those things that Jesus said, because then they would have to be like Jesus. They would have to act like Jesus demonstrated and said. And they don't want to do that. They don't want to do what Jesus would do. They want to do what Charlie Kirk would do and not look at how it's the opposite of what Jesus would do. They don't want to stand for Jesus. They just want his key card. We are the reality distortion fielding. And love is not easy always, but it's not that hard.